All right. I think I'm live. I'm live. Waiting for it to show up on my screen. There it goes, right there on my screen. We're live. We're live. Man, that was a good show, guys. I know there's a lot of people who don't like him, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't typically hate people that easily. I think his actions were ridiculous during his traffic stop. But I've done ridiculous shit in my life. I think some of the ideas he holds are pretty ridiculous, but I don't hate the guy. I know there were people out there that were saying, "Oh, yeah, I'll hate him for you." Good, thank you, because I just don't know. I mean, like he didn't seem like he seemed more delusional to me than he did like dangerous. You know what I mean? Like his ideas are more delusional to me. I don't think they're really dangerous ideas. The way there was something he said. There was some logical path he developed during one time that I was like, God, man, this is just like flat Earth all over again. Talking about the Earth is the shape of the Earth is being hidden, and having this wild logical tree that starts with, Germany losing World War II and us obtaining Werner von Braun. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Earth's flat because we won World War II. And having an actual logical tree that they can follow, and it makes logical sense to them. Of course, it doesn't to us, the critical thinkers. It falls apart at the slightest hint of show me proof, which was a big deal with him. I asked him to show proof of certain things, and basically, for me to understand that the entire United States is entire United States is one big corrupt place where, crime and murder is skyrocketing, is for me to take the, certain stats from a certain county in the United States and extrapolate that across the entire United States. Well, if that's the case, then I could just go find, I can limit my data that I'm going to be using to form my conclusion. I can just go and selectively choose the one county in America where crime has gone up the most. And I'm not saying the LA County did that or was the most, but I'm saying that's what I could do. I could go and say, well, look at, this county. This county went up by 75%. Let's just extrapolate that across the entire United States to say that crime rate in the US has gone up 75%. That's not really how that works. But nonetheless, it was a good conversation. Bella Charge for $5 New Zealand says, you need to send him this live stream as well. There's some gold in the super chats for him. Oh, I had the chat going. So I'm sending him the whole video. It's going to have the chat rolling and everything. I think he wanted that, just so, and he believes that we're pretty hateful towards him. And I think he wanted to be able to show his people exactly how hateful we were being. And I didn't follow the chat that much. I was trying to stay as invested in the conversation as possible and follow along through his logic. But so I didn't get a chance to really read any super chats or see any of the live chat as it flew by. But we'll get to all that tonight. We'll get to all that right now. Let me just pull up my go to my studio and pull up my super chats, so I can read them off to you guys. All right. Jane Doe, 1999. It's too bad the video of Chili in the police uniform didn't come up. I almost brought it up, Jane Doe. I almost brought it up to say, why do you mimic these people and I know what his answer is because I've heard him explain it before. He wears the cop outfit to clown them. But I don't think so. I think somewhere along the lines he really wanted to be a police officer and just didn't make it. I'd have loved to hear his explanation for that. Well, I think I just gave it to you. I'm pretty sure that's the way I think he left that in a comment either on his video or on one of my videos. Or I think it may have been in the video where I grabbed the clip of him being in the cop uniform. I think maybe it was in one of those comments and he was like, oh, I'm just clowning the police. You don't think so. Frade Ijez. I think I said that right. For $20 What up, my man? Thank you very much. Joanne Saley for $2. I give my money to real scholars. Well, I'll be sure to pass that on to Artie and Kick for you because me, Brainy, and Chili, we ain't no scholars. I'm passionate about what I do. And I don't think that I'm any better than you are. I think that's what separates me from, no, I'm not going to say Chili, but from a lot of other people that I cover, is that they truly believe they're better than us. I think Lenka Coloma, I believe she truly believes in her head that she is the queen of her land. The importance of having the land patent for her is that so she can say that she's the ruler of her land. She really believes that she's better than you. She believes she's better than me. It's ridiculous. Gina S for $20, and I'll be on camera for a minute, guys. In a minute, I'm letting it charge back up while it's off because it just isn't. It keeps giving me a low battery warning, even though the charger's plugged in. So let me just leave it off for a minute and charge up, and I'll be right back to it. US dollars 20 from Gina S. I came in late, team. I feel like I just got a YouTube tutorial on how to be bombastic and rude while talking over everyone. By the way, the trolls are hilarious. Yeah, the trolls are good. And I don't want... whenever I have controversial people on, you just got to understand it. I know that there are people out there that say, no, fuck that. I refuse to accept it. I won't put up with this. I won't put up with that. But the thing is that for him to come onto my channel meant that some of his people were going to come over and watch as well. If it was on his channel and y'all were over there, they're going to feel the same way about us. They're going to think we're trolls and they're going to think we're hilarious with the way we talk and the way we do things. So I want to say thank you to all of you out there who were being interactive with those people and not disgusting, thank you very much, because that encourages more people to come have these conversations with me. And I feel like I don't want to say that there is a winner or loser in things like this, because this wasn't a debate to win or lose. This was a discussion. And I feel that I got my points across fairly well for being as ignorant as I am of the law and having only the minimalistic study that I was able to do from the ignorant position I'm in. I could tell that he was wrong, and I could show that he was wrong. And then when he came on, it was very much so but believe me, this is what was meant. This is the reasoning behind this law. And you're like, well, how do you come to that conclusion? And it's all speculation. It's all just his opinion of why certain events happen. And they could be right, but it's all speculation, and I don't go off speculation. I've never gone off speculation. All my stuff, every time I point and laugh, I point and laugh at people that I believe to be objectively wrong. Even if it's something like like morals, not really ethics, but morals. And I don't think that there's objective morality or anything, but I think that it's not like when you see someone being extremely shitty to somebody else, you don't have to have some objective definition of being a shitty person to be a shitty person. I think that you can still be a shitty person, even though shitty people, to say someone is shitty is just being subjective. So, anyway, back to the Super Chats. Joanne Saley, I'll read that one. $2. I give my money to real scholars. Thank you. Teresa Kleibucher. Did I say that right? Kleibucher. Correct me, Teresa. Correct me, Teresa, in the chat if you're out there. US, $2. LOL, Brainy, I'm confident in my wits and awesomeness. Brainy, do you want to answer that for a second?
Say it again. LOL. Read it.
This comes from Teresa. It says, LOL, Brainy, I'm confident in my wits and awesomeness. I think it's like LOL, Brainy, I'm confident in my wits and awesomeness.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's awesome. I can't. There must have been something that was said at the time.
About you. I think they're talking about you saying I'm confident. I don't think that's what you're saying. I'm just saying that they're describing you, like from your first person. All right.
I think I'm confident. I'm probably too confident sometimes. It gets me in trouble.
A dark messenger for $2 Canadian. Tossing a coin in The Witcher. What a show. Thank you. It was a good show. I will say that. It was a good show. I enjoyed it.
Did you hit 1,000? I saw it when it was 983.
Yes, I did. I did make it to 1,000 viewers. I saw exactly 1,000. It may not have stayed up there, but I did see 1,000 viewers. So thank you everybody that was able to hang out.
That has to be a new record, or no?
The most I ever had at one sitting is in a live stream. Yeah, that's a record, 1,000. But I had 1195 in a premiere. Teresa for $5. Skeptic, let's get married. Let's fucking do it, Teresa. God, Doc, I've been waiting for you my whole life. What are you holding back for?
Hold on. I got that checklist. We'll talk.
Oh yeah, you got to run it through Brainy. I forgot. And there's a wait list.
Yeah. No. It's not a wait list. Listen, he is open for business. We just got to make sure that you're not going to hurt my friend Team. Okay.
Brady's just waiting. Brady's just waiting for everybody to give up on his wait list and so that he can just come in and go, well, Team, you have no option but me. Like,
wait list, or is it a white list? No, I have to whitelist them. That's what it is.
All right, so Joshua Lee for US $5 says, it takes real courage and strength to admit faults and change for the better. Great job, everyone. Again, yeah, we had a great conversation, and there were times when I think everybody on the panel at least had one time where, well, maybe not Artie, because Artie's way too good for everybody. I think Artie was probably the only person that didn't really need correcting. I think we all had a moment where we either strawmanned somebody or misinterpreted an argument and had to go back and correct ourselves. I don't think you did because you didn't really make any arguments. You just kind of memed. But the ones that made arguments.
I mean, for the record, when he said things like, and then that guy gets shot the other day, I'm like, that's a very large country. Like, people are definitely going to have confrontations that result in, because I was talking to somebody the other day and they were like, oh, yeah, what about those, the police always kill people. And I'm like, okay, yeah, give me examples. Like, oh, that one guy, like 6 years ago in the Vancouver airport. I'm like, okay, so 2.2 million arrests in Canada per year. Something shitty happened 4 years ago or 5 years ago. That's okay. So we're off to a good start.
All right.
But that was one example there. We have more than that go down. Let's, what I mean?
Yeah. Michelle Grant for $5 says, you did a great job. That was tough to watch at times. It was tough to be a part of. It was actually tough to try to moderate at times because I didn't want to mute anybody because I was trying to be fair for him. I agreed to that. And then, I'm somebody that's very, very proud of who I've become and what my word means. So when I tell somebody I'm not going to mute you, I'm not going to mute them. That's just the way it is. And I didn't think there was anything that needed to be muted in there. There was no overt bigotry. Like I said, there was a lot of things I think that we could agree upon, but methodology-wise, I don't think we'll come to many agreements on the methodology to handle some of the problems that we both agree exist within our society. But let me do the ones for the people. I think the
moderators did a pretty good job for the most part, by the way, too, because I know that I was watching, and in the end, I checked a few. Not that I'm checking on you other moderators, but I checked a few things on why things got blocked, and I never saw anything terrible or anything. And the only thing, I only deleted one. I didn't even time the guy out. I just deleted one comment that I thought was a little bit on the edge of what would be acceptable. So,
yeah. Now Tones Overthinks It, who's a great channel, guys. Okay, and in case you guys do not know, or have never seen Tones Overthinks It, great channel. Go check him out. I'm a sub, and I'm glad to have him here. Him or her, I don't know how you want to identify, but I'm glad to have you here, Tones. It says his murder stats arguments was perfectly represented by his audio issues, and the next thing that is in this super chat absolutely fucking defines it. He thinks because he alone had trouble hearing, the natural conclusion must be that everyone else was the problem and not him. You're right. You're absolutely right. And that's what I came back to. What I was saying about him is that when he convinces himself that the murder rate is increasing across the country, and you say, well, why is it increasing? Where are you getting this stat at? And Tony was the one that shared it. He was like, he's completely wrong about that. And I didn't have the stats on me, so I didn't want to. I was trying to pay attention and not do all this. And Tony sent me the stat, and I looked at it and I was like, okay, so the murder rate's going down. Like, how do you get this? Well, the murder rate in LA County went up, and the murder rate across the United States went down. Well, okay, where are you getting that stat from? The FBI. Okay, well then it's skewed because it's from the FBI. That's a flat Earth all over again. Flat Earth all over again. But yeah, good observation, Tones. Frayed Edges for 20 Aussie dollars. Thank you, brother. Appreciate sister, brother, sister, mother, father. It's pronounced Frayed Edges. Lol. Yeah, I know. I just got that. God damn it. I thought I was good at that. The murder rate in LA is going down too, says PhD Tony. Okay, look at that.
Globally, murder rates are going down in general.
You would think that as people become more societal, which appears to be happening over time, that things like murder rate and crime would eventually go down. The less barbarianistic we are, you know, the more we start.
Well, and that's why they want to get kids in
so
schools.
Yeah.
It's about education too. It's about understanding how your actions affect others. And I'm not saying that education is the path to being, you know, to empathy and stuff, but it definitely helps people think more logically on terms of like how their actions create the waves that they do in society. Whereas,
yeah,
you know, I'm not saying it's all about education, but you're right. It's about civilization. We're just, in general, we move forward. We have been anyways, in general.
I just saw that that last super chat that comes in, and I think I got something for that. Pam B, $5. I love you guys, but I had to stop watching. Any man who has to say he's an alpha often is a beta. Talking nonstop shows desperation and insecurities. I agree with you, Pam. I absolutely agree with you. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that had to stop watching through. It got kind of, when Kick came on, like I said, Kick came on kicking, for sure. He came on kicking, and it was an interesting conversation from that point forward. Teresa, for $5, God, I don't want to say your name wrong. Kleibecker, why don't you we're going to change it to Teresa Skeptic because we're getting married. We're just going to pre-change it, okay? $5. Y'all are going to break me, LOL. That's what the wit and awesomeness comment was. Yeah, I know. He's witless.
Am I the only one having
kind of awesome?
Roboting?
I'm not getting you roboting. I'm not getting you roboting, and I think I'm giving.
Well, you were a couple times there. You were coming in like a robot for a bit, but anyways.
On my stream or to your.
To me, at the very least, I'm listening to you, but I did just check my speed, and it was doing fine. So I don't know. It's okay there. So keep going. Never mind. People are saying it's fine.
You definitely know how to derail.
No roboting now. It says now, but hey, the word "now" is in that sentence. Damn it. That
it says hold on. They said is the debate going to be back up on my channel? It should be up on my channel.
Oh no. Okay, no. So what happens there? I know what that is. I've had that happen. Okay, so it's when it's a long debate, because how many hours does that go? Yeah, processing. It's just sitting in the background, guys. It just disappears. I've had that happen. I even contacted support, said, why is it not there? And I shit you not, it took 9 effing hours to process. So
all good, good. Yeah, it's there and it's public, so it'll be there eventually, Kit. But thank you for making me aware of that. All right, Craig C for $5. From one vet to another. I am here from the other side, but I must give props to you for your demeanor and personal fairness during moderation. Kudos. Thank you, Craig C. I appreciate it. And the dissenting opinion is always welcome on my channel. That's what we do for a living. You know, we have these conversations, and hopefully we can get a better understanding of how the other people feel, so that when we're making our arguments, we come from a position of understanding and not of ignorance. We can never understand the other side if we just yell at each other, and that's not fucking cool. So thanks, Craig, and thank you for serving our country, brother. Gina S for $5. LOL, skeptic. I would be your cougar. Ow! But I'm already married. What? Your peoples love you. I do have. I have some amazing peoples. That is true.
I was gonna say something crude. I was gonna say those are the most fun. The ones that are already married. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, Brainy.
Oh, you. Yeah, I know. Hey, I think like that. I'm just being me.
I have to get something loaded up for the next super chat, though. So I'll entertain them for 1 second, Brainy.
Entertain them for 1 second. I had things to say, but you surprised me. I'm kind of like a child. You can scare me easily. How's everybody doing? Wait,
all right, here we go. I got it.
Hey, perfect. You're back.
All right. I hope I got it loaded. All right, we're gonna try this.
Never mind, fail.
Mystery Man for five Aussie dollars. No, no, no! It's not supposed to play that. Stop! Stop! Stop!
What is occurring?
What am I doing? It won't stop.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm gonna have to let that one right there.
It's not playing through the speakers. I think we're hearing it through your speakers.
Oh no! Okay, I know what's going on. Good. I'm just gonna not tech. I'm just not gonna tech tonight, okay? For the real people. Yes, I fucking
telling you,
can.
it's VMix. You gotta like spring
No,
those things ahead of time.
Brainy. It was it was the Go XLR. I just didn't have the source loaded in. I was trying to load it in. It's not VMix. VMix is amazing. All right, so
but I'm saying it still didn't come through our speakers. It came through your speakers and then into your mic. Is what I'm saying.
No, my speakers are off right now. It was really low.
Well, we could barely hear it. But okay, go ahead.
It was just really low. All right, so let's see. Michelle Grant says, you did a great job. That was tough to watch at times. Thank you very much, Michelle. Stephen Alley for $2 says, he's an anarchist, not a conservative. Get him, Kick. Kick did an amazing job. Good job, Kick. Proud of you, bro. Yeah,
that sounded like it was all important stuff he was saying, for sure.
Nicole Turner for $3 Canadian, and there's a super sticker there. Thank you very much, Nicole. SJ Haunter for $4.99. It's useless for Chili to use the wording triggered liberal. Sometimes people get triggered by something regardless of which side they're on. Yeah, I know. I can understand why he's making that argument, because that's an easy way to trigger somebody, is to call them a triggered something that they probably don't want to be called. Then they respond by getting triggered, and that's ultimately the goal. So I think he was using that as a means to trigger Kick and Tony when he did say that. But it's okay. It didn't work. They held their own. Kim Lund for 26, baby. Can we make this conversation a boss in Elden Ring? Yeah, absolutely. I haven't played it yet. I want to play it.
I've seen two different opinions. Apparently, it's really good on consoles and shit on PC because it's ported. Or was it the other way around? I'm pretty sure it was that way.
Oh, I know who
I think
Zoomy
even
is
Mudahar
now.
talked about it even.
What up, Zoomy? Good to see you. I know who that is now. All right. Let's just keep it going because we're not talking video games. Rebecca Lynn says, Chili thinks he's allowed to disrespect and interrupt, but no one else can. Hypocritical and an idiot. Yeah, there was a lot of times when he did ask people not to interrupt him, and he did go off on his diatribes a few times in the middle of other people's conversations. But, you know, that happens on live streams, unfortunately, as well. I don't think it was the issue of him saying, oh, you know, like I thought there was a pause there and I'm interjecting. I think he was just talking over people. But it's okay. I've done that before too. It shit happens in debates. I want
to mention that it's unfair that your chat stream lures me into ADHD conversations that then you corner me in. I'm just kidding. But we're not talking about video games. They brought it up. I'm just joking.
Oh shit, Teresa, we are getting married. $5 US. North Texas. Yes, sir. Sorry. Wichita Falls, baby. You better put your application in quick. MA2 USD, $5. Lies. If your shoulders are too big, we use 2 pairs. Exactly. MA2. Exactly, right?
Were you the one that introduced Muda to me? Or I can't remember who introduced it to me.
Maybe it
was you. Well, see, Teach Shield thinks
it
was him.
I'm in the middle of reading something off, bro. Come on.
You don't breathe between them, so I got to get
All right, so, yeah, we use 2 pairs of handcuffs. I brought that up. And if you're that big, they use 3 pairs of handcuffs because handcuffs are not meant to be comfortable, but they are 100% not torturous. For certain people, they might be. $20 US.
If you want to see me come on camera, that's at a different website, okay? Oh, COMING. I get. Never mind. Keep up, team.
Mel Door from Intuitive Consultant for $20 US for a super chat. Thank you. No message. I appreciate it, Mel. MMO Mox 1A auditors are jackboot thugs. Look at Glenn Serio. Exactly. For $5 USD. Thank you so much. And I agree with you. Heat shield. Okay, what were you saying? Oh, that was me, Team Skeptic. I have evidence. I don't know. Me and Brainy watch a lot of shit, and I've been watching. Maybe you did though.
The war begins. I don't remember.
I will
Maybe it was
destroy Heat Shield. I will destroy Heat Shield. You don't love Muda more than I love Muda Heat Shield. Get it straight.
Me is asking if I'm coming on camera. That's what I was talking about.
Oh,
I just started the team when I said that. He was like, "Why did that come from?"
I'll be on camera in like...
I'm reading your chat.
Yeah, I'll be on camera.
No,
in like
he's talking about
5
me.
minutes.
It's one of my fans. You get out of here.
I'll put you on camera too. I'll put you on camera too.
Okay, see, just teasing. Let's
All right,
going. Roll.
Joshua Lee, $5. Honest question: if the system is so corrupt, what has Delete Lawz done to change things other than antagonize cops and spread conspiracy theories? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think antagonizing cops is going to help out your argument in any way, shape, or form. At any time, if you antagonize the police, you're going to make your situation worse. If you don't think that the order is lawful, you do it and you sue them. You take them to court. There's absolutely people that have sued and won for false imprisonment, for civil rights violations. If that really happens to you, then that's how you would attack that. You don't attack it by antagonizing the cops and putting yourself in a position where you invalidate every argument you're about to make. So, agreed, 100%. Bridge the divide for $4.99 to NJJX. I recommend you look up U.S. Supreme Court decision, Michigan Department of State Police versus SITS, I think that says. What's NJJX? Who is that? I don't know.
That's your stalker. They were telling me what color your couch was. I get information from them.
That's JL Truth. It's not my stalker. It's my friend. And then I call him JL Truth. Mr. Unite for the Children. All this butthurt, lies, and BS because he was guilty. Got caught and can't admit it to his pansy coward little self. Take responsibility and shut up, little girl. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Unite for the Children. You cracked me up, bro.
I just feel like when you've been arrested more than 20 times, maybe you need to like self-reflect. That's all.
NJJX is one of Chili's trolls. Okay. Got it. That just make sure that nobody's overly aggressive to them. Have fun.
Hey, well, but wait, I might have been right if I said it was your stalker then, because they really loved you over there.
I'm sure they did. MMO Mox. Direct electing senators was one of the biggest travesties that we did as a nation. It took the state's voice out of the government. I'm not very well versed in government, so I don't really want to say something completely ignorant as an opinion. If I looked into it more and I could see what it was more about, then I would be more inclined to comment on that MMO. Thank you, though. Joshua Lee, this guy just insulted all of us. Pro tip, if you want to get your point across, don't insult your viewers. That's for $10. I agree. You know, the purpose of our discourse was supposed to be to, you know, allow the other side to get a point in and whatnot. He did. He got good points in. I gave him ample time. I didn't mute him. He didn't get muted one time, for anybody that wants to know. There was never a mute button put on any person. No mute on Kick, no mute on Tony, no mute on Artie, Brainy, or myself, or Chili. So it was fair across the board. No one can say anything else. Michelle, for $10 US. Hey, Team Skeptic, someone just checked this clown's followers. He has less than 100,000 combined. I would call his bluff. Yeah, I think when he says that, he always says, I had 300,000 followers, because I think he lost an account that he had 300,000 followers on. Not 100% sure about that, but that's what was reported to me by several people, is that when he says that he had 300,000, it was he lost an account where he had that many followers. Doesn't have them now, because I went and did the math too, and that's what I came up with, about across all platforms, somewhere right around 100 to 110,000. Kim Lund for 50. Sex. Can Delete Lawz articulate what is wrong with the high rate of incarceration and not just use it as a passing talking point to deflect? That's a good point, because I don't like the fact that we have such a high rate of incarceration, but I'm not about to say that it's simply the police's fault that we have a high rate of incarceration. It's a much more
That's a systemic thing.
Yeah, it's so much more involved than just
Some
saying,
of it is not necessarily on purpose. It's just a result of the other laws that have been the way they've engaged. Some of it might be purposeful, but
yeah.
It's a pretty big turducken in the law systems in almost any civilized Western country. When I say civilized.
Yeah, and Michelle Grant clarifies. She said he said that to the officer when he was being arrested. Yeah, he did. He did. He said two things. He said both, I have 300,000 followers, and then when he said it again, he said I had. And it even, I believe, if you look on the screen, it's even two different words that he put in there. So he even acknowledges that he said it in present tense, and then also he did say it in past tense. Whether that was accidental or if he was just trying to flex something he didn't have and he was outright lying, I don't know. I don't know if it was accidental or not. But that was a good point, Michelle. Great point. Because I did go and look, and there were no 300,000 followers that I could find across all platforms. Ariana Alvarez for USD $4.99 for a super stick. Thank you very much, Ariana. You're wonderful.
Remember how sad Nathan was when he lost his community of 200,000 on Facebook? There was so much pain in his voice. I just got deleted.
Bella Charge says, you missed a bunch of super chat. Seems like, no, I'm going from the end to the front. Bella Charge. I'm going from the last super chats that came in to the front. So I'm going in reverse order. These were, I'm pretty sure I'm doing all of them. I'm looking on my channel page, so it has them listed there. All right, let's see. Joshua Lee for $5 US. Can we have more imprisoned than China when China has a substantially larger population? IRC, China doesn't share a whole lot of info. Yeah, that's true too. Joshua Lee also for $5. Why do auditors exist? They get clicks and views. Exactly. I've met real auditors before. YouTube was the last thing on their mind. They didn't go in there and antagonize anybody. They went in there. They ensured that they were allowed to film where they were supposed to be allowed to film, and they did. Once they verified that, they were gone. And and who knows? They probably went somewhere else after that. And who knows? Maybe they were shitty people. But that one instance I had with him and the conversation I had with this guy was he explained to me why the First Amendment's important in his eyes. And I thought that there was he had a very good reason for saying why the First Amendment was important. It's one of the reasons why I'm very pro speech, pro freedom of speech. I've lost subs and viewers because of my lack of telling somebody that your feelings, are not worthy enough of deleting comments or shutting someone else up. And not any of my mods or anything. I'm talking about I've had to tell other people in the chat, hey, that's not offensive. Just you might find it offensive, and that's understandable, and have that conversation if you'd like, but I'm not going to stop the conversation from happening. That's not me. So I don't understand. I do understand why frauditors exist, but I don't understand why they keep saying it's for the First Amendment. Joshua Lee for $5. This guy drank all the Kool-Aid. Seems he believes any conspiracy that is posted online. I would like to see what his viewpoints are on Q. From the way he was talking, what do you think, Brainy? I don't think he would be somebody that would follow Q. Just from what I got from him, I think Q is he did say he was a conservative. So I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know, guys. I'll ask him next time if I have a conversation with him. I'll ask him what his viewpoints are on Q, if he believes Q is true or not. Good question, Josh. Base here for $9.99. Super sticker base, man. You're
sorry, Bass. I was muted.
Bass. The bassest base.
All I was going to say is, sorry.
Go ahead.
All I would have said about him is that I don't know. He seemed to me I guess people like him, they don't really trust the government in general. So even if he was right wing, fairly right wing, whether or not he'd be, I don't know. That's a hard thing to actually quit. That's the answer to your question. So that'd be hard to ask him. That's fun.
Yeah, I'll ask him. I'll ask him next time. That Easy E74 for $5. Yo, fellow DF Dub resident here. Love the videos. Keep grinding. Easy E. Come on, baby. You gotta come out one night with us and hang out. Every so often, I get together with a few of the viewers from Dallas, and we go have a drink somewhere. So you got to come out there next time. All right, MA2 Fletcher for $5. When I was a cop, my job was to absolutely stop crimes from happening. If I had a suspicion a crime was happening or was going to happen, is he serious? MA2, did you see my reaction when he said that? I was like, what? What? Like, do you understand what the role of the police force is?
Prevent crime and keep the peace. I remember one time asking my dad when they were having there was a big cannabis thing here. It was before it was legal years ago. And there was like, 1,000 people smoking cannabis. And I remember saying to my dad, there was cops everywhere. They were just guarding everything and just watching, just kind of keeping an eye on everything. And I remember saying to my dad, like, technically that's illegal. So I'm just curious as to why, even though I don't really care, I was like, why do they not actually arrest these people? And my dad, who actually was a police officer, he said to me that the idea there is that they're supposed to keep the peace. And if they start just busting heads for, everybody there is smoking cannabis. So he said, the problem is, who do you arrest? So the alternative is you go in and just start arbitrarily arresting people. Well, now the police are actually the ones that are making a peaceful event turn violent, and that's not their role. So the police in Canada anyways would sit back and they would just be heavily present, but generally speaking, just make sure order was kept. So, yeah. But I've been told by people that, they don't do that kind of thing and everything. I'm like, I'm telling you right now, that's exactly what their orders were. It wasn't necessarily to bust heads. It was to just keep order all the time, right? Sometimes that means not busting heads at that moment.
Yeah.
I call it busting heads. That's like the popular terminology, right?
Right.
I was joking. It's more of a graphic representation,
Oh, let me get the new chat up there. I forgot the old chat.
Well, back then they didn't have batons. They used that big ass flashlight. I mean, it wasn't LEDs, man. They were using D cells back then. It was like fucking take a person right out.
Yeah,
I had those gigantic mag lights, eh?
All right, so let's see. We have ATV Thunder for $5. Your content always are a shifty day into a good day. Oh, thank you. I see. Your content always turns a shifty day into a good day. Keep it up. Thank you, ATV Thunder. I appreciate it. And then we have $2 from Teresa, my love, my future wife. I think we're already married because she said so in the chat already. Okay, let me go over here real quick. Give me one second.
Message retracted. You have to put another message up, then we'll read it.
Yeah, whatever the message that was retracted, let me know what that is, and I'll read it out. Hubby, get a hold of... Oh, on Facebook or Twitter. Yes, ma'am. All right.
That's awesome.
She already sounds like she's pulling the wooden spoon out, guys. I better get in touch with her.
It's a lot of fun.
Bella charge for $5 New Zealand dollars. This guy sounds like a flurf. Just don't believe the facts. Believe what I say just because. I brought that point up, Bella. Good point. Potluck for 17.99 British pounds, I think, GBP. Please ask Artie to join in, please. Oh, yeah, I'm glad Artie did join in. And I know that
at one point I was like, why is everybody asking Artie to come in? This is Team's channel. Then I'm like, wait a minute. I remember him saying something to me about other people being there.
Yeah.
I was like, never mind.
So the original idea was that I didn't want him to feel like, that we were going to dogpile on him from the chat, and he was already telling me that he was starting to feel like my chat was a bit aggressive with him in his comment section. So I was like, look, man, why don't you just come on and we'll do an open panel, where we just have a conversation with a couple of people who are knowledgeable on law so that you can have conversation with them. I'll moderate and, we'll all have this big conversation instead of setting it up as a confrontational debate. I know the chat would rather have the confrontation, but I didn't want him to feel that way, Alpha male's feelings matter, guys. All right. Tim.
Sorry.
Tim Gillis for $5 Canadian. His super sticker says, ha, ha, ha. That probably came in before I said my joke, and it so is fitting.
Team. He was so alpha that he covered the screen with his hand because he thought I was saying mean things to him. That's how alpha.
But you were, though.
I was asking about the vanilla. I told him, I put up words. All words are offensive to him.
No, Brainy, you put up, what did you put up? Something about word salad. You mean person.
I said, I'm not a law expert, but I know word salad.
Yeah. Josh Lee.
Yeah, that was first. After that, he got all sensitive,
Yeah, $5 from Josh Lee. Notice how calm Team Skeptic is and how riled up Delete Lawz is. I felt like I held my own. I haven't debated in a while because I wasn't feeling good about myself after debates. I was feeling like I was just getting worked up with no end in sight. There was nothing to be learned from the person I was getting worked up by. There was nothing to gain as far as knowledge by having the conversation to begin with. So I just got tired of that. That's one of the reasons why I left the Flat Earth debate community, is that I just couldn't do it anymore, guys. It was hurting me. It was like I felt shitty. I felt shitty after every one of those debates. I just felt like a shitty ass person. And I said, fuck it, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah, I felt the same way. It's because you're just yelling. You're angry.
Just yelling, yeah. You're just yelling and angry. And so I figured I'd come by.
You say stupid things because you're not thinking as fast. You're not thinking properly, but because you're getting annoyed. And then you're eventually running the risk of deleting yourself.
Yeah, well, which looking back on tonight's debate and knowing, I felt like I was able to form more coherent arguments against what the positions he was holding because I wasn't so worked up. So, I don't know. I'm glad you guys noticed it. That's badass. Thank you, Josh Lee, for noticing that, and I hope you guys still found it entertaining, even though I wasn't screaming and yelling like I normally do. Frayed Edges for 10 Aussie dollars. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. God damn it, Brainy. I hate having you on as a guest. I'll do it for Brainy.
Why? Honestly. Oi. I'm just not in on that one. I keep forgetting that one.
Guys, listen. Zero
when you did that.
Listen, zero comedic timing, zero self-awareness. Online self-awareness.
All I can say about that is that the moment that you did that, I was thinking to myself, man, this has been working a lot better since I did that BIOS update. So you surprised me.
Shiny lights happened in the corner, and Brainy was like, oh.
Oh, yeah, I get distracted easy.
Let's see. I done my share of dirt back in the day. I cop it on the chin and be upset if I slipped. I would learn from it and evolve. Does this chili think we will actually make a difference in the world? What I take from that frayed edges is you're like normal human beings who make mistakes and learn from your mistakes and don't try to continuously fall into the same pattern of behavior that leads you to be something like a First Amendment auditor who wants to be a jackass. Because no, the only difference one individual citizen is going to do is going to be make a difference for the wrong reason. Okay? Now, there's times in history, we can bring up times where Rosa Parks stood up against oppression. That was a time when a single citizen made a change. First Amendment auditors are not the Rosa Parks of today. Okay? They're not out here making a change, fighting for civil rights or anything of the sort. They're out here to antagonize police officers. They're not going to make any changes except for bad changes that restrict mine and your ability to do things like film the cops. Freedom of speech. That's the whole purpose of that conversation, was to say, we can both agree that freedom of speech is paramount, number one, but we can just disagree in the methodology by which we try to preserve it. I preserve it on my channel. I do my best to do that, to be a beacon for the First Amendment. People who love the First Amendment. I'm not going to say the auditor crowd because I'm absolutely against antagonizing the police officers. So they'll never get me on their side. But as far as freedom of speech goes, I'm right there, and I'll fight for it.
My dad told me one time that they taught them at school for policing that not to take advantage of laws because they're there to be used when appropriate. And the problem is that even as police, if you take advantage of laws and you use them when it's inappropriate, they will be taken away. And the police will lose the ability to use those laws appropriately because they're just like a child that can't share. They lose their toy. And it's no different for the laws that go the other way too. If people keep taking advantage, their toy is taken away because you are not responsible enough to hold this toy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Commander Darklight says for $14.99, Aussie. He said he felt the chat was aggressive. Wow, what an alpha. When I say the chat, I mean people that were in the chat that had commented on his video that I covered. But I believe he did make a few comments about people in the chat were being kind of nasty, but I don't really care. I'm about the freedom of speech, so If you're going to be nasty, be nasty. My mods know what type of speech is allowed and is not allowed on my channel. And the speech that is not allowed because it's either repugnant, and repulsive, or it's a violation of terms of service by YouTube. And I'm not about to host either one of those situations on my channel. Kyle Vaughn, $4.99. Here's to the offensive words. Many thanks for your content and effort. Thank you, Kyle. Fucking thank you. All right, back over to the...
the police have killed millions of people. Millions, team.
I know. I'd love to see the stats on that. Citation needed. That's all I'm asking. Just give me a stat. If you can show me the stat, I'll believe you. If you're going to take one city's crime rate and extrapolate it across the entire United States, I'm not going to believe you.
I'll tell you one thing about Team here. I sent him an article. This is how Team thinks, just so people know. I sent him an article that was not about law. It was not about anything real serious. It was about the wattage usage of the new 40 series graphics cards when they come out. And I want to tell you, the first Team, do you remember the first fucking thing you said back to me?
Yeah.
You said, "What's your source?" That was the first, yeah. Even just for that, it doesn't matter if it's a graphics card. He's like, "Where's your source?" And I was like, okay, well, that's fair enough. So I started looking for more than one spot that I got it from on the corner of the internet. And I did find more, but I think they got it from the same source. So at the end of the day, it's like, well, there's one.
But the only reason I asked about that is because there's a lot of rumors that circulate about the
but what I'm trying to say, the point I'm conveying is that it doesn't matter whether we're talking about graphics cards or we're talking about law. You still, the first thing you said was, "Where's your source?" So it's how that's how you handle that situation. You want to see the details because the proof's in the pudding. That's all. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Sarah Marie for £2 says he looked like he was wearing makeup. Hey, that's his choice. If he wants to do that, I don't have a problem with him wearing makeup if he wants to. That's like none of my business, to be honest. But yeah, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. Honestly, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. I thought it was funny when he blew you a kiss, Brainy.
He blew me a kiss?
It wasn't you, or was it? It was either you or Kick. One of y'all. He was saying something like, he said something. He goes, maybe it was Kick, and he blew a kiss to the screen. I was like, ha. That's pretty funny though. All right, let's see. Brainy Beaver, amendment equals change equals altered. I know, right? God.
Well, that's the thing I always say but it is an amendment. Like the original thing was an amendment to the original.
Yeah. No, that's the other point I brought up to him when he said, "I'm a constitutionalist." And I was like, are you though? Like, you don't accept the Supreme Court's rulings. How what part, why didn't you, or do you just not follow that part of the Constitution? Are you a constitutionalist except for the parts you don't like? Because that's not a constitutionalist. Unless you want to define, say, I'm a constitutionalist, but I'm not a constitutional absolutionist, which is a little bit different. That's word for word. You read the Constitution word for word, and you apply it as it is word for word. No interpretation. Just like there's Bible literalists. They don't think any part of the Bible is open for interpretation. They believe every word of the Bible must be interpreted for the word it represents. So I did find that hypocritical a little bit, that he would say he was a constitutionalist, but he didn't want to accept the Supreme Court rulings on constitutional matters. I don't know. Let's see. LIW 213. I think that's Lou 213. I'm probably wrong about that. $20. An alpha male would have ignored bad speech and pushed on through it. That's what I'm saying, man. You know how many people talk about the fucking gap in my teeth? It's not even that big, and motherfuckers tell me they can kick fucking footballs through it, that they can park their fucking Chevy Dually in it. And I laugh.
Like I said, I haven't made fun of your teeth.
Exactly, you sad son of a bitch, using my looks at my expense.
King. So here we are in a world where we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, right. But I don't care. That's why I told him when he's like, "I'll tell my people." I was like, "No, don't fucking tell your people shit. Tell your people."
Okay.
Look, doxing, swatting. If there's people really threatening to do that, tell them don't do that. But as far as coming over here and being critical of me, don't tell them to stop, please. Just tell them to come over here and say what they got to say, And if I think that they're wrong or if I want to react to them, I'll react to them. But I'm not going to shut them down. That's for sure. All right, let's see. MMO Max. He just showed his true colors. He called the cops damn pigs. Yeah, that's for $10 as well. I agree with that. I don't think that it's proper to classify all police officers as bad police officers or with a derogatory name. Of course, you can do that. Freedom of speech, right? That's your choice. That's you're allowed to say what you want. But I'm also allowed to criticize you and say that's a pretty dumbass thing for you to say, since not all cops are fucking bad. The ones that you see might be bad because you get exposed to bad things and you have a predisposed position you want to hold, and you look for stuff that validates your holding of that position. That self-validates, makes you feel good about holding that position. Not that it makes other people feel good about you holding it. You must first be good, but be proud of holding that position before you can get other people to be proud of holding it. So when these guys go out and they have one bad experience, right, and then they think, oh my God, every cop must do this, and then they go look online and they see that all these cop videos are all bad videos, and then they don't accept the fact that they're bad for a reason, because the evil, the dumpster fire, like I said, it sells. So that's what people are going to post because they want the eyes, they want the attention. Detroit Metro Audits. He did I think, is that his name, guys? I don't want to keep saying his name wrong because I want people to go over there and see his community tab where he fucking talks about, I didn't post any videos this week because there was nothing, the county did nothing wrong. Post those videos then. Make them look good. If your channel then is not about auditing, your channel is about making people look bad. At least I can admit that. At least I can sit here and look into the camera with a straight face and say, fuck, I make fun of people. That's the entire basis of my channel, is laughing at the expense of someone else. They can't. But then they post stuff like that, which just absolutely validates that they do. Frustrating to deal with people like that. Easy E74, $5. Gotta head out. Glad I was able to join the live. Hit me up. I'm down to meet and have a beverage, 2 or 3. DM me on YouTube, IG, Easy E74. Easy E, check it out, man. The best way to get in touch with me is through email, Twitter, or Discord. I don't use Instagram, and I don't think we can DM on YouTube anymore. So hit me up any one of those manners, and have a good night, man. Bella charge, $5 New Zealand. Team's front teeth take social distancing seriously. Fucking men, brother.
Hey, you were meaning him just now. Come on. Right? You should cover up the screen where that said that. No. You got to cover up the screen.
I know I'm not on camera right now.
That's how you stop mean comments, is you cover the screen, team. Didn't you know that?
I don't have my camera on right now, but I do have my thumb over his name and message. So
there you go. Yeah, hold your thumb over. You don't want to see what they say.
Gina S for $20. He is not a constitutionalist. He is definitely all for me, not for thee. Yeah, I think that's what Tony was trying to bring up to him when he said something about the social contract, and he was like, "Whose social contract? Just yours? Like, you can't form a social contract and say, I live in a society of one, and my social contract is with the government." No, if that's the position you're going to take, you're really arguing for, a very communistic position. That's like all the people are, like they're going to govern themselves. Each person will govern themselves individually or in groups of smaller communities through social contracts. That's not how society works, by the way. There's reasons why we pay the police to be the police, and we pay the ambulance drivers to be the ambulance drivers, and the doctors to be the doctors, and however else it goes that happens. There's reasons why they're making the money that they're making. All right.
Anarchy.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to anarchy, Gina. We're definitely not moving that way. And I'm a libertarian. I'm more libertarian than I am anything. I really prefer the government stay out of my life. Ask yourself that. Do I want to pay taxes? No. Am I going to? Yeah. But I don't want to, but I'm going to.
Especially if you want an ambulance to show up or the road to be paved, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Robert McCavney for $4.99. The way you calmly told him he was soft in a few words was masterful. I know, right? Robert, I'm gonna tell you some behind the scenes stuff. I prepared for this. Okay, I had an understanding of how I would approach certain situations should they arise, and that was one of them. And yes, I tried to be elegant about the way that I said that he's a beta cuck. He called me a beta cuck many times, so I can call him one too. His own magnificence makes him being handcuffed equivalent to a war crime. Exactly. All right, back over to the other ones. Let's see. Joshua Lee for $10 have millions of followers. Therefore, what I say must be true. Is that how that works, Josh?
That's how JP Spears runs.
That's how it works, I think. Okay, well,
sure that's how it works now.
I got to get millions of followers, so whatever I say is right also and true.
No. The other trick is that you take your audience and you exaggerate it. So you don't need millions. You just need like 100,000 or so.
Well, let's see. If everybody that was subscribed
it's over-exaggeration, social media rules.
If everybody that was subscribed to me went and created 15 new sock accounts and subscribed to me and watched every video on every account that I put out.
With a VPN.
VPN. I could have 1 million followers. I can have 1 million followers by tomorrow. Joshua Lee for $20. Thank you, Josh, man. You've been extremely helpful tonight. Thank you so much, man. Seriously. Sovereign citizen and an auditor. No real experts say that they don't have to look up anything. Hey, that's funny because I got a lot of flack because I called him a sovereign citizen in my first video. Now, he never identifies as a sovereign citizen, but I don't need somebody to identify as a sovereign citizen to call them a sovereign citizen. When you're bringing up laws that are telling you to disenfranchise yourself from the government, to separate, to annex yourself from the government and become a living being of the land with social contracts instead of outside of society, you're basically saying you want to be a sovereign citizen without saying, I want to be a sovereign citizen. I don't know. That's just how I take it. That's why I said what I said in my first video.
You can call accountable without them declaring themselves accountable. I think that's solid logic.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I said in my video, I was like, when I opened it up, I was like, he's kind of a sovereign citizen, First Amendment auditor,
Listen, that guy's not an asshole because he said he didn't say he was an asshole. So that's just logic right there.
Oh, he didn't like me calling him an asshole either. When I was like, "You're being an asshole to the cops," he's like, "Don't insult me." I was like, "Come on, man." That's like,
yeah, but then later he was like, "Oh, you're such a fucking cock."
Yeah, tell me I eat boots. I'm okay with that. The banter doesn't bother me. So
every time they tell me I lick boots, I tell them I lick my wife's boots. But you should see what she does with her tongue afterwards. It's
my
just
response.
How I like to propose to it.
Look, anybody that
it's more of a lie.
We have 237 people watching right now. Okay, so here's what I want to suggest to you. The next time I put out a video and people come in there to tell me I'm a bootlicker, anytime someone says you're a bootlicker, look at all these bootlickers, I want his comment or her comment flooded with slurp slurp. Just put slurp slurp. It pisses them off every time they've said that to me. Listen to me, nonstop when they say this to me. I put slurp slurp, and they'll either delete the comment or the next comment that follows is fucking 7 pages long with laws and I'm like, oh my God, this is beautiful. Like I'm triggering these people with slurp slurp. It's so amazing. So everybody, slurp slurp. That's all you have to do. Don't address them. Don't be like, oh God, you're stupid. What about the 10? Oh, come on. These people are fucking dumb shits, right? Slurp slurp. They will get beyond triggered, and it's amazing. I learned this a week ago, and I've been doing it ever since, and it just triggers the fucking shit out of them. And they constantly will delete their comments, too, after you say that. They'll be like, whoa, they're not even taking me seriously. Fuck this. I'm out. Tone's Overthinking's for $2. I may lick boots, but at least I don't suck ass. All right, AZ Jeep Girl for $5. Terry vs. Ohio was argued in December 1967. MLK was assassinated in April 1968. I didn't want to read off information from the Super Chats. Thank you so much, AZ Jeep Girl. I'll be sure to know that the next time I speak with him and he brings this up. Because if that is the case, if the argument occurred prior to it, because he said it was the day after. He said it was the day after. I want to know the validity of that one way or another. I would just like the validity of that. Sarah Marie for 2 Great Britain pounds. Has delete Lawz ever lived outside of the USA? I don't know. Good question. Stephen Alley for 2 US dollars. The vocal minority is the wrong side of the 3%. Yeah, well, the vocal minority, they're the ones that are constantly trying to change everything through voice. They represent hardly any truly functioning portion of society. They represent themselves. That's why they're called the vocal minority. And it frustrates me when they fucking come in and their fucking ruckus that they throw up fucking ends up changing shit, fucking shit up for other people. Pisses me off. That's on both sides. MMO Mox for US $2. Thank you very much, Mox. Mr. Unite for the children. $2. Team, give them the lit. Oh my God. If I'd have saw this. Oh man, we got to come up. All right, chat. For my flat Earth days, if you are a flat earther,
triangle.
Yes, okay. If you are recent to my channel and you never watched our flat Earth debates, we had a litmus test. Okay, it was a simple question we would ask flat earthers, like, what are the angles on the inside of an equilateral triangle? All right, stuff like that, super simple stuff that flat earthers do not get. They can't answer that question. Still to this day, we've been asking them the question for 3 years now and laughing at them because they can't get it. And we ask them in modern days and they still don't get it. We need to come up with a litmus test for frauditors and sovereign citizens who joined the panel. Good point, Mr. Unite. Palma Calderon, reasonable suspicious. Yeah. I would have to. I wish I would. I would have to see the context.
I don't understand
of that,
what they like. I don't know. They're the first people to bitch when the cops don't get something right, and then like they'd be the same person carrying out because they never why didn't you do something about that guy before that happened? You know what I mean? It's just so I don't know. I just find that they can't win. You can't win with them.
Yeah. Dashaway for $20 for a super sticker. Thank you, Dashaway. You're fucking so nice. Michelle Ergel for 2. I hope I said that right. If not, I just totally butchered it. It's my fault. US dollars 2. His logic says we can just drive however we want. God, when he said that we own the police cars, and I was like, go get one then. I said, I'll bail you out. That's when the first time he was getting ready to rage quit. I'm glad he didn't. We had fun. But when I said to him, go get in the car and just drive off, I'll bail you out. He looked at me like I was dumb. You just said it's our car. You just said we own it. If we own it, then go drive. I will bail you out. As long as you videotape it and I have access to the recording, I'll bail you out. I'll make the money back in AdSense. But just go do it. It's your car. What can they say to you, right? Right, Brainy? It's his car. Exactly. You should be able to go do it. But they won't because that's not what they do. All right.
Oh, no, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Teresa for US $10. Klebeker. I'm going to just call you Klebeker. Teresa Skeptic. We don't own the city service vehicles or police. She's absolutely saying what I just said. Vehicles or police cars. We own the protection and services they provide us. They are the tools to provide the service. The service is what taxes pay for, sir. He didn't understand when I said that. Teresa also says, Teresa Skeptic for $5 that there it is. He's wrong. So he has to insult. And that's why Skeptic is class logic and obviously the educated. I'm very ignorant on this, but I also feel like just looking at the arguments they present, I'm less ignorant than they are. But I also take a lot of time to do as much studying in something before I even remotely try to want to discuss it as a point of fact or as a as a philosophical value that people must have or something along those lines. I always try to at least become as knowledgeable as my ignorant ass can be, and then I go from that position. But I also am willing and able to admit that I don't know everything and that there's a lot for me to learn in this topic. So thank you very much, Teresa Skeptic. That's why I'm marrying you, because you pick me up. William Graber for $5 for someone who despised liberals. He sure was on the systemic racism team. You know, he did bring that up, though. He said, hey, I got a very right-wing following, and when I say that, you know, systemic racism is a problem, they always jump in there and fight him on it. So, I mean, to each his own. He owned it, and he did. He despised liberals. He considered himself a conservative, but he definitely didn't have he was definitely not on the systemic racism does not exist team, for sure. William, good observation. All right, Grinmar, US $2. How come only soft sits have rights? No, man, God. It's unfortunate because they think they're the only ones that have rights, but today I had the right to do everything that I fucking wanted to do. And I did it. And I had a good time doing it. I wasn't restricted. ICBM catcher for $10 US. This guy's hilarious. He doesn't educate anyone on anything. This guy bloviates like any other soft sit fool. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, ICBM. Tones overthinks it. US $5. We're 45 minutes in, and he's insulted my intelligence as a member of the audience several times over. He lost every opportunity to teach me anything. I would say that if Chili does watch this or whatnot, that would probably be something you should learn. I knew I was talking to his audience as well, and I believe I'm right. So I want his audience to see that I'm that convicted in my beliefs, not because I'm so blinded to the point that I can't change, but that I have good reason and good cause for believing the way I do, you know, and I want to educate them on my beliefs. And so maybe they'll be a fan of mine on other topics, and maybe they'll disagree with me on First Amendment auditors, but that's all welcome here. A First Amendment auditor, a fan of First Amendment auditors, is welcome to be here. Welcome to subscribe, laugh at soft sits, laugh at Karens, and then argue with me about the First Amendment rights of auditors. That is a welcome, an open invitation to all First Amendment auditor fans. You have an open invitation on my channel to be a subscriber, to laugh with me about the other stupid, and argue with me about the First Amendment for auditors. And maybe you'll change my mind. I doubt it. But maybe you will. Maybe you'll be the one that makes the argument that's convinced you to be a First Amendment auditor, or you to be a fan of serial harassment that I just don't understand yet. And maybe there is that one day that you'll convince me that I am a bootlicker. Slurp, slurp. God, I can't wait to see slurp, slurp all throughout the chat. MMO Mox. This guy says you're wrong when he has no clue about the law. The Constitution says anything not regulated by the feds as being under the states and local government. That's the rule of law. That's the 10th Amendment, and you're absolutely right, MMO. All right, we have Robert McAvaney. I want to say it wrong. Robert McAvaney. He self-admittedly started studying the Constitution in June of last year. That was the other point that I wrote it down in my notes and totally forgot to address it. So I'm glad you're bringing it up now. And I'll get to you also, Trigger. I have a few I see that I missed. Who considers themselves a scholar of Charlotte's Web in 9 months, let alone the Constitution of the United States? A fucking min on that one, Robert. Good point. Phased Edges for $2 Aussie. Do you think he is QAnon? Someone else asked that question, and I said that next time I talk to him, I'll ask him what his opinions on QAnon are, if he holds the QAnon belief or not. I don't think he does, but I don't want to make that assumption. Like, I don't want to make it like, oh, I know for a fact, or I can tell that he does. I don't think he does, just from his demeanor so far. But at the same time, I could be wrong on that. The Triggered Lammy for £5, man. Sorry to hear about your shortcomings lately. That's the greatest thing about what we do. We get them to learn new stuff every day. Hell, I've learned a lot from channels like yours too. That's what I do. I do what I do, man. I just want everybody to know that I don't just blindly believe shit, that there's reasons for me holding the beliefs that I hold, and they're backed by either evidence or constitutional law. And that's something that's up for subjectiveness. So, okay, we let's talk about it. Go ahead, Brainy.
Last night we you and me argued for like an hour. Well, like we spent most of the time talking, but probably like, debated friendly argument over like geopolitics to a degree,
Yeah.
or just had a very, candid conversation where we didn't really see eye to eye on a lot of things or certain things. Anyways, a lot of things, yes, certain things, no. But yeah, that's what we do in the background. We actually have these conversations and talk about things. And I don't think either one of us thinks we're always right. And we're definitely fucking bullheaded about it, though. That's for sure.
Yes, we are. Okay, Teresa Skeptic says, Kleibacher, I think I'm going to just call you Teresa Skeptic for the time being, till you divorce me. Till you divorce
Kleibacher Skeptic, she's going to abbreviate.
Oh, abbreviation.
She wants that love triangle team. She hasn't told you the details yet.
Rebecca.
Sorry, I'm going to be very crude here for a second. She wants the Chinese finger trap, buddy. That's all I'm trying to say. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, Brainy. Gary IOW, member for 22 months. Missed the show, Team Skeptic. Just woke up. Here I am.
God.
Hey, after we get done with this, I'm just going to read these super chats out and then we're going to be out of here. Gary, go watch it. It was a good show. Rebecca Lynn. Oh, yeah. We do not own the police or their vehicles. If you think so, you are the real tyrant. That's right. Bella Charge. I must be part owner of Coca-Cola then when I'll buy my Coke. Exactly.
Nice.
I see, until you drink it. Or are you still a part owner while it's in your belly? ICBM catcher. Taco Josh, I saw your message just now. You're good, bro. You're good. There are people I trust in my chat, and no big deal. We'll talk about it later if we need to. ICBM catcher for $20. The nonsense we see from these clowns who call themselves auditors has nothing to do with rights. I agree. Freedom or the Constitution? Again, I agree. I would disagree a little bit. It does have to do with the Constitution. It has to do with them trying to push the limits of the Constitution as far as humanly possible and stepping over that line consistently. From your implications, yes, you're right. They don't give a shit about the Constitution. The Constitution is only important to them to define what the limit is, where the line in the sand is, and how far they can push that line over without getting caught. So it's about posting videos on YouTube and starring in them. Yeah, you're right. You're right, ICVM. Rebecca Lynn for $20. Oh, Rebecca. Got to be my second wife now. He isn't interested in a debate. He is just waiting for Team Skeptic to stop talking so he can keep spouting his delusions. And I gave him plenty of time to talk. Hank's Corner for 10. And you're right, though. I think there were times when he just, as soon as I finished talking, he went right back into a diatribe instead of addressing what I had said. You could see me. I was just like, are you just not going to address what I just said? Like, are we literally just going to continue on as if I just said nothing and you've now breathed enough and caught your breath enough to continue on with your diatribe? But yeah, you're right, Rebecca. Hank's Corner for $10. Team Skeptic, would you ask Sally Jesse, what about the 10th Amendment? I'm not sure I could have gotten away with the Sally Jesse Raphael joke tonight because he would have probably melted on screen and left. And that wasn't what I wanted him to do. Facty for $2.79 Canadian. Look up the meaning of tyrant. Exactly. In fact, he said while earlier,
these people piss me off when they call people tyrants.
Yeah, in fact, he tripped me out earlier when I said something. I was like, oh, man, I don't hate him, man. Delete Lawz. I don't hate Delete Lawz. It was a good conversation. He's a content creator on YouTube. I don't hate him. In fact, he was like, I'll hate him for you. I was like, all right, thank you. ICBM catcher for damn, ICBM, man. God damn, I might be marrying you too. Shit. $20. The Delete Lawz guy is a classic narcissist. Yeah. I think he kind of understands that about himself, though. He didn't take offense to that. See, what was weird is we called him other things he took extreme offense to. We didn't call him, or when we called him a narcissist, he didn't really let that bother him. So I think he probably has some kind of acceptance of his narcissism. I do. I mean, I accept his narcissism for being narcissistic. Boom. Yeah, I know. Gina S, $5. I am out. We love you, team. Good stream. Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a big supporter of the channel lately and helping me out. It really means a lot. Hank's Corner for $2. Hashtag Sally Jesse Sob Sit. Gardens Raiba. Two things push me of most. Tyrants and Nazi comparison. That's so uneducated and dumb. You're right. If everybody's a tyrant and everybody's a Nazi, then that just makes tyrants and Nazis, actual tyrants and Nazis, normal people. That's not fucking a good fucking way to classify a true tyrant or Nazi. All right, Kit, $190 for $5 US. So he went out of his way to make his life worse for everyone else around him. He's yelling, "Don't call me names," and proceeds to call other people's names. That did happen a few times, Kit. Good observation. AZ Jeep Girl, the FBI was formed in 1908, not during Prohibition. I'm also very familiar with the intersection where he was stopped. Of course they stopped him. It's the middle of the night and less than 2 miles from the ASU campus. AZ Jeep Girl, we're going to have to meet up in Vegas, I think. I think that was the plan with Demon, and if I'm going to be going up there again to Washington, me and Johnny are going to be making that trip, I believe, in a month. So I'll reach out to you so that we
never
can
know. I might even be able to go something like that in a month because they're dropping the PCR test bullshit.
Oh yeah, no, you might have a little bit more ability to.
Well, there's way more leeway to go places if I don't have to do that hoop jumping for the PCR test.
Yeah, well, me and Johnny are already planning on going up there. We're gonna go up there, spend the night, attend a trial, and then leave out the next day. And have a long layover in not Arizona. I'm looking at AZ Jeep Girl and saying Arizona. Having a long layover in Vegas. And that's a long drive, Jeep Girl, so don't feel obligated. But if you do decide you want to come up and hang out with us, just let me know and we'll make sure to include you in everything we do. All right, let's see. Genmar for $2 US. I don't like a lot about Trump. Trump is evil. Oh, I guess what he says, I don't like a lot about Trump, and then you're saying Trump is evil. Okay, cool, dude. I try not to delve into politics on my channel as much as possible. But I can't say I don't disagree. I can't say I don't disagree with you, though, Jinmar. I just don't want to say it because then people will yell at me and say I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm a loser, and this and that. But I'm not gonna get into politics, so. You nice try, Jinmar. You almost got me, bud. Bella charge for $2 New Zealand. If there was no one around, then how did the cops see you? Good ops. I guess that's something I should ask. Susan Ray for $2 US. Skeptic never said police can be jackboot thugs. I've always maintained that there are bad police officers. There are bad conservatives. There are bad liberals. There are bad libertarians. There's bad centrists. There's bad politicians. There's bad presidents. Everywhere you go, when you find a group that's significantly large enough, you are bound to find a subjectively bad person by your standards. And that's just the unfortunate thing. And I'm not going to accept, though, that he can find something objectively bad in some people that are objectively bad in a group, that the whole group is obviously objectively bad. That's just not how that works. The purpose is to get a sufficiently large enough sample size so that if you look and you look at two police officers and they both are bad, you don't go, oh, that's 100%. They're all bad. And then you look at 10,000 more, and now it's 2 out of 10,000 that are bad. Well, there's a huge difference there, and so you can't just say that all 9,998 other police officers are evil people just because there are some evil people in policing. It's going to happen. There's hundreds of thousands of cops across the nation. I'm sure it's going to happen eventually.
They have like the same mentality as like a young dog that got scorned by somebody once.
Mr. Unite for the Children says the same thing as AZ Jeep Girl. FBI was formed in 1908. Prohibition in 1920. This guy's a paranoid, a liar, and intellectually on par with flat earthers and a straw man factory. Oh, I said that to him. I was like, you're not going to continue to fight against my straw man. He tried to do the same thing to Kick. Kick said most of the interactions with auditors are the reason why there's this perception of cops that are being tyrants. It's not necessarily the cop that's being an overt tyrant. It's sometimes the fact that the auditor is in there to instigate an interaction so that he can get material for his YouTube channel, you know? So then he comes back and says, oh, you said that every time I got arrested was because I was breaking the law. No, that's not what Kick said. What Kick said was that auditors, the auditor crowd, auditors in general that have bad interactions with the public, with the police, it's typically because they bring it on. They're looking for it, in fact. I don't know why they're bitching about it.
That's why I said normal people haven't been arrested 20 plus times. It's just not normal.
Yeah,
so,
you said that
if you
too.
keep interacting with, that's what I'd said to him. I'm like, if you keep, I didn't say this part, but what I was getting towards is, if you keep interacting with the police, it's just like the whole, like, oh, if you play with fire, you're going to get burned. Yeah, you might play with fire a few times and not get burned, but the idea is that eventually you're going to fuck up, or something's going to, because you can't control all factors in the world. And then that's what it leads to. So when he says, like, oh, every time you get pulled over, you have to assume that you could end up dead. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never fucking entered an interaction with a cop assuming I'm going to end up dead. That would be really unfortunate if I did, but maybe he's entering the conversation from the wrong fucking angle to begin with then.
Yeah. All right.
Plus, I believe I would have got off his ticket. I'm pretty sure I would have talked to that cop and been like, man, I just, there's nobody here. I took it right there. And then I realized that
even if not, he had an opportunity. No, even if not, he had an opportunity to do that with the judge, and he chose to fuck it up by fucking filming himself after she told him not to film. Like, he never even really made the argument. Maybe he made it.
You know what I mean? It's the defiance too, though. He says he doesn't stand down to people. What I'm saying though is, in some cases, it's not a beta move to take a strategic angle that results in you coming out in a better place. It's a beta move to think that you're better or stronger, and then you just get yourself in more shit. It's ridiculous. Okay, so maybe it's an alpha move to be all tough, but he's a fucking retard then, because I'm just going to finish my shit. I'm going to have a good interaction. I'm going to move on with my day, and I don't have to deal with any of that stuff. And I'll choose when I want to be my alpha. Not every fucking moment I think somebody scorned me. Get over yourself.
Yeah, and PhD Tony says, I stand by my characterization. I think your characterization of him and his beliefs were actually spot on, Tony. And that's not trying to be insulting to anybody. I'm just, Tony has, he's giving his opinion about something, but I felt like his opinion was validated by the actions and the behaviors in his videos and the court case and online tonight to validate the way Tony characterized him. All right, let me get through these. Nicole Turner, Bella Charge, 5 New Zealand dollars. This idiot knows that that police have been better due to everybody having a phone in their pocket. Not just that, but they all wear body cams now. So when auditors go, I'm filming you, well, they're filming themselves, so it's okay.
There is some that don't have body cams, though. It's kind of crazy. I was talking to my police officer.
I will back. Even with police body cam, I will back a citizen that wants to record their interaction.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
not gonna find me.
But I said to him something about retrieving body cam footage, and he said, we don't have body cams. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, RCMP don't have body cams. I'm like, that's like a national force in almost every province in the country, and none of them are fucking rocking body cams? Apparently not. Yeah. I'm like, wow.
All right, Nicole Turner for 10 Canadian dollars, and I believe that's a super sticker of a pizza. Think. John Rapp for 2 Thank you very much, Nicole. John Rapp for 2 Aussie dollars. John Rapp, my man. Love you, bro. Taco and Josh Gaming. Jinx, you owe me a drink. You owe him a drink. Krabby J for $20. Great to see you, by the way, John. I miss you, man. Straight up. I miss my live streams. Guys, I really do. $20 from Krabby J. Thanks for always fighting the good fight and taking on these arrogant hooples. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. I enjoy it. I really do. I enjoy the confrontation. I enjoy the arguing, the discussion. I have nothing against him. I appreciate him coming on. I appreciate him being, respectful to the channel. He might have been a little disrespectful to Brainy, Kick, and PhD Tony, but all three of them are tough enough to be, to take it and fire back, which Kick did. So, hey, Good on all of them. I'm glad that everybody was able to get their frustrations out, and we all still left without yelling at each other. We all left on good terms. Teresa Skeptic Kleibucker. I hope I said that right. Let me see. I have to go back and look at it.
But is yours going to be the first part of the abbreviation or the second part of the abbreviation? Does this also signify where you are in the pile afterwards too?
I don't know.
We'll leave that up later.
Yeah, I'll allow her.
Does it answer where you are in the sandwich?
Yeah, exactly right. For $5 Team Skeptic, your opinion from what I've seen has always been fair, researched very well, and relatable. I do try to do that. I want you guys to be able to digest what I have understood. Not that I don't think you could, but that part of being a YouTuber and part of being the news does this all the time. You just don't realize it. They take it long-ass stories and make them bite-sized, digestible, and relatable. And if it's bite-sized, and it's digestible, and it's relatable, you'll stick around. You'll watch. You'll want more. And then and as long as I can maintain that, and that's my goal. I always try to be relatable to you guys. I want you guys to understand that I'm no better than you, no worse than you. I want all of us to be that way. We're not.
There's this
I
one
don't deserve
news channel.
Go ahead.
There's this one news channel right now that every time the video ends, they have the same little, they've used the same little outro clip on the end of their thing. And I swear to God, it's that the black gentleman, I can't remember which station, ABC. And it's like, hi, and thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Like, it's the way he fucking says YouTube every time that makes me laugh. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Like, it's like so exciting for him. They're on YouTube. Like,
and now,
I'll send it to you.
Let's see. We have, hold on. Frayed Edges for $5 Aussie. 5 in the Arvo on a beautiful day in Melbourne, Australia. God, it's a beautiful day in Dallas, Texas as well. Was a most excellent stream today, Skept. Good stuff, buddy. Thank you, Frayed Edges. And then Frayed Edges again for $2 Aussie. You and Demon need to come kick it down under, bro. We're talking about stuff. Stay tuned. Teresa Kleibacher Skeptic. $10 and for 10 US dollars. In all realness, good night. Y'all did a great job. And Skeptic, I'll talk to you later. DM me to get my number. Good night, y'all. Brainy, be good. You heard that, Brainy? Be fucking good, my dude.
I'm always good. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good night. John Rapp for $2 Aussie. Slow mode, please. All the chat. People. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the echo.
That was probably a reference to all the sex stuff I was talking about. That's fair. Yeah, you're right. I'm kind of like pent up.
Taco and Yoshi Gaming for $2 US. Team Skeptic, slow chat down, please. I did. Winged Unicorn for $500.
I sent you a DM. I was like, I don't know what it's set to, but slow that thing down.
Let's see. Mark Brown says YouTubers like Team Skeptic, Creaky Blinder, and others, I give them credit for the research to explain claims made by YouTubers who just spout their idiocy. Yeah, I want to be different than everybody else. I like Creaky. I like the way Creaky approaches stuff. I'm not going to say, I'm going to just be indifferent about Brainy for the time being. I like Brainy. Calm down. I like Brainy. All right. Winged Unicorn 500 for a super sticker for $1.49. Thank you very much, Winged 500. Winged Unicorn. Stephen York for $30.99 Aussie dollars. Does he not understand that amendment means change? And that by taking advantage or abusing the Constitution and amendments, people risk new amendments being made to counter past amendments, making the future less free. Stephen, you get me.
Well, but apparently you're not allowed to amend. You're not allowed to change something that was changed before. I guess ever fucking again, because they don't agree.
Oh my God, Teresa's married. No. Heartbroken.
I told you it's finger trap.
Oh, I know. We're good.
Still love a good finger trapping.
Still love you.
I still love you.
Still love you. Judy Lapointe Judy Lapointe for $5 US. This guy is a joke. LOL. Yes. MA2 for $5 says digging the glasses, Team Skeptic. The man glasses. That's what I don't rock Sally Jesse Raphael's. So Thank you though, MA2. Man, I missed you, brother. It's so good to see you around again. I don't know if you're here right now or not, but if you are, I miss you, man. I'm glad you're back. Brainy Beaver for $2 Canadian. Mr. Skeptic, is your father, his...
He said something made me, I can't remember what exactly he said, but as I said, he called you Mr. Skeptic. I'm like, Mr. Skeptic is your father. I mean, his father. Like, I mean, anyways, you get it. Yeah, I suck sometimes. You know, I've come to terms.
We're done.
Terms. I'm okay.
We're done. The next one is Holy Smalls.
You're right. I was the first super chatter because I'm a super friend.
You were the second one. Holy Smalls. Holy Smalls with the instant classic for $2. Will super chats hurt Delete's feelings? Of course not. He's an alpha. You guys should know that by now.
You can't even put text on the screen. You sure?
All right, that's the end of the super chats. Audience, what do you have to say right now? I'll hang out with you for about 10 minutes, answer any questions, or take any criticisms if you want to give them to me right now. Married to me, you nerd. Yes. Heart not broken anymore. All right. Chat opened up. What do you guys want to say? Criticize me if you'd like. You know me, I'm good with that. So I need to learn. Teresa for $5. Married to you, nerd. Lol. Teresa.
Cute. You guys are adorable.
When will Team Skeptic become a real person? Never, Mystery Man. Never.
Kind of like Pinocchio. I'll never be a real boy.
Me says, now's your chance, Roxanne. Does somebody have a question for me or something? Or Roseanne, I'm sorry. Beaver, so you get it? Okay. Gaming live streams. Make it happen. Yeah, we could do that. Not tonight, but Tony, okay, so...
This guy only ever wants to play shooters.
No, I haven't been playing any shooters at all. What up, Ed Dana? What up, Ed Dana in the chat? Chili is a beta boy. Ed, you've been around. Bro, you've been part of my channel since I had less than maybe 2,000 subscribers. I remember seeing you in the chat. Even Glober Mom's been a part of my thing for a long time. But PhD Tony, back to what you were saying. In middle of December, I made a decision to not live stream as much and get back on making regular content. This is what people love. Like, they like these debates, but these debates only happen every so often. Like, the way to grow your channel, the way to be a better content creator, a better presenter, which is what I want to do. I want to perfect my craft, is to make YouTube videos or make videos, make the content, put it out to people. Yeah. So I went back and I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop doing everything else. I'm going to start doing this until I have this portion of my life mastered. 3 to 4 videos a week, well-researched videos, well-produced videos, and regular videos. At that point, I would go and begin live streaming on this channel again and figure out a way of getting you guys involved in the creation process. Whether it's the beginning of the show, beginning of the week, like on a Sunday night, where we get together, we watch some stupid videos together live, laugh at people, and at the same time, pick out the new content to make real content from, to make the weekly content from. I love interacting with you guys. I don't want to give that up, and that's one reason why I do want to get back into live streaming, and I do want to become more of an active person as far as podcasting and live streaming goes, but I cannot let that dominate my life again, because when I was letting that dominate my life, my channel wasn't growing, and I really, really, really felt like I needed to rely on your money to be able to be a YouTuber. And if I ever get to feeling like that's what I have to do to become a YouTuber, then I need to find a better job. So I needed to get back to making content where content was the basis of my channel is the content, and that's what is built off. That's what my channel is going to be built on moving forward. The live streams, we'll do them. That way, if I get 0 donations or $200 in donations, it doesn't matter. That it would stand on its own because I have all my created content that's making me plenty of ad revenue. Yeah. So I want to say thank you, though. I want to say thank you. Oh, Teresa, yeah. She's really winning my heart off over there. I'll rub your back while you game. flutters. Chest flutters. That's all I'm going to say. Me, Team Skeptic, change the screen. Oh, shit. I've been fucking... I turned my camera on and forgot to turn the screen on. Hold on, let me go. See, I had all my lights off, but I do have the camera on. Oh, I'm just in a lazy mood now. Now I just want to kind of lean back and relax. That was that was a lot. It took a lot out of me, guys. It took a lot. I didn't even eat my steak. Look, I still have my steak snack to eat. I'm gonna go put it back. It's so good, bro. I've been eating these 6-ounce bacon wrapped filet mignon steaks. And
yeah, you gotta watch out. We're not buying Russian oil. You're not gonna be able to do that forever.
Listen, currently, I'm eating between 4 and 6 steaks a day, and I don't want to eat anything else because it's so good and they're so cheap. They're like $4.
When they talk about meat tubes, they're talking about this dude's colon.
Yes.
I mean, to be honest with you, if you murdered Team today, you wouldn't even have to process. You just cut the intestines out and spin it. You just create a separation every couple inches and spin it, and you just make a sausage roll, and it's already red meat in there. It's ready to go.
Hold on, let me fix this because I had to change it when Kick joined. I had to change my. Because it was cutting his hand off because it goes from the end of the picture. I need to get a better picture of him to use. I'll create one. But yeah, I eat a lot, and I eat a lot of salad now lately. Oh man, y'all want to? Hey, look, y'all want to see what 2 days worth of bacon comes in for me? This is 2 days worth of bacon. Don't laugh. This is a huge thing of bacon. Look,
bacon bits.
This is a huge thing of bacon.
Christ.
This is a huge. This is not a little bitty bag.
Was it like those little like pre-cooked bacon bits or what?
Yes, I put them on my salad with some fucking Italian dressing and soak that shit up and eat it. I love that shit.
Robert McCavity, you son of a bitch.
I do. I guarantee you, I try
to eat good, but I hate it all. I'm not a goddamn rabbit. Sorry.
Oh, I don't eat food that my food eats. No.
Yeah, so it is just red meat in that colon.
I eat salad just because I have to have some kind of greens. So what you do is
you gotta feel along the intestines after you murder Team, and you gotta find the spots that are. I isolate the salad spots, and you just slice it there and spin the end of the roll, and then you just link them before that, and you take those. Every once in a while, there's a salad there. You just gotta cut that section out. It's usually only about 2 inches.
Robert McCavity for $4.99. He claims to have trained combat sports for over 30 years, but his ears say maybe he went to practice here and there. Yeah, that's something you would normally have after 15 years of fighting in the octagon would be cauliflower ears. But at the same time, there's people that have fought that don't have the ears like that. I'll remain skeptical of those claims. I'll just put it to you like that, guys. I'm gonna remain skeptical of those claims of MMA fighting. I think if you were really like a badass like that, you wouldn't rely on telling people that you were a badass like that, you know? Like it just, to me...
Well, it's little dog syndrome, right?
Look, I had no problem getting down with Nathan Thompson if you wanted to get down with me during a Flat Earth debate, right? Or Flat Earth conference.
It didn't hurt that you could play his ribs like a xylophone.
I went there. I never once threatened him. I never once reminded him that I was the alpha and that he's the beta cuck. I never once said any of that. Didn't have to. He walked up. I could tell. I could tell. I just looked at him and was like, I have dominion over this kid. And I rubbed his ribs like a xylophone.
Dominion, dude. Listen to the word choices, everybody. I want you guys to feel that power in that word right there. Dominion. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying feel the power. You can almost feel him jamming his... Anyways.
we gotta get
I'm just being a dick.
No, look, I had to get Charisma or Zoomies. I'm sorry. Oh shit, it's in the wrong screen. It's on the wrong window. That's why. If it was in another window, I could get it to line up right and still fit my entire screen. But yeah. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let's see. Is that there's
skeptic.
When I cook bacon,
made of meat tube.
I am. That's so sad. Says NANA. It's bacon. It's not sad. Irish Dublin Girl says, where the fuck are you buying them? Kroger. I buy everything from Kroger. See? Look. My bacon is packaged at Kroger.
My bacon.
But it's good bacon, man. I could eat this shit by the handful all day long.
Sure,
I
it's
put
not
it on
cancerified bacon. You'll find it's like irradiated bacon.
irradiated bacon, yeah, alpha bacon.
Hey, they do that with my weed because the government stuff, so that gets to kill mold spores and stuff. They actually, which irradiated, as you know, is not the same as radiated. They're
Right.
actually slightly different. Everybody sees it though, and they go, "Woo!" Because it's like this stuff's radioactive. Don't touch it.
All right, let's see. I don't see
Aye.
anybody else trying to grab my attention. Teresa says, I was a teacher, now cake decorator, and as an ex-fat kid, I can cook. I can cook too. I've been a self-sufficient.
I can cook, yeah.
I've been one that has celebrated Singles Awareness Day on February 14th many times in my life. I know how to cook and clean for myself. I've been forced to.
I just really like solid, delicious foods, and so certain things like, yeah, I can cook. I can cook. It's the one thing that my wife and I have in common. At least I can hold my own in the kitchen. Now, do I hold my own in the kitchen as much as I should? Probably not. Maybe I'll work on that. Surprise her, with an actual meal one of these days. Sorry.
Frayed edges for $5 Aussie. I will fight him. Let's do a Thunder Down Under fight. Oh man, I would meet up with that guy. That guy's like, he's a character to me. As long as I don't find out some shit like he's a pedophile or anything like that, super fucked up. I won't, I'm not making that assumption. I don't want anybody to think that. I'm saying, should I find that out, I will never have anything to do with him again. But as far as his beliefs, I mean, that's his choice. He's allowed to believe what he wants to believe. He's delusional. That's my belief, and I'm allowed to believe what I want to believe. But if I ever got an opportunity to meet him in person, I probably would. Like that he doesn't scare me or anything. It's more of he would probably be an interesting character to sit down and have a beer with and have a discussion with. That's how I felt about Nathan Thompson until he went full bitch mode on me. Asked MC Toon. Toon was asked him, told him, said, "Hey, Team Skeptic wants to have a beer with you later. You cool with that?" He said, "Yeah." But then when I showed up, he remembered. No, when I showed up, he remembered that he had said he was going to beat the shit out of me. So then when he remembered that, it was like, that's all that, sometimes your instinctual reaction just takes over. His instinctual reaction was to protect himself. His instinctual reaction was, oh, I've said a lot of shit to this guy. Maybe this guy's about to beat the shit out of me. And I didn't. I wasn't, and that was never my intention, I just wanted to have dinner with him and sit down and have a talk about flat earth, about ideologies. It would have been a great conversation, something that we could have put out on each other's channels and showed that there is the possibility for discourse. Except for there's not, because he doesn't give that opportunity for discourse because he's a bitch. All right, let's see. All right, I think that's going to be where we end it. I've had a good time. What about you, Brainy? You had a good time tonight?
Yeah, I had a good time. I will tell you this. I used to eat late night drunk Italian sausages after our Whiskey Wednesdays, and since we've canceled the Whiskey Wednesdays, which was probably a good thing to murder, for logistical reasons anyways. for logistical fucking reasons, I think it needed to die. But beyond that, I will say this, that I used to really enjoy getting sauced up and then going and making sausages at 1 a.m. Italian sausages, come down here and muck them hard,
I think having a drink or two on stream is not that big of a deal, but the way that I was drinking on stream and letting myself,
of course, you were in an angry place, team.
I was in an angry place at the time. I'm not right now. I'm in a really happy place right now. You know why I'm happy.
Killing it. Good for you.
Oh, yeah, well, there's more to it than that.
He found his lover the other day. That's why he's happy. Oh, I'm supposed to tell people. No, that's right. It's Tina or Teresa. No, what was the other girl's name? There's two of them tonight.
Why are you jealous? Why are you hating on
I'm slightly jealous. I want fangirls, even if I'm a married man. I don't have to
It's all about the gap, bro.
I don't need to accept their advances, but I like to feel sexy still.
All right, so look, let's say our goodbyes and get the fuck out of here.
I got Craven more dick anyways. Don't worry about that. I'm fine. He's all up in my chats all the time. I love
Craven. Still. Craven's amazing.
I do too. I know. He's great. That's why I said it.
All right.
But I'm telling you, if I ever need to find somebody, Craven's waiting. He makes it explicitly clear. I don't have much to say other than I have a video that is primed and ready based off that short I put out the other day. Well, not primed and ready. Primed and ready for me to make. The source video is primed and ready. Let's put it that way. But I'm going to try some new editing techniques that Team and I have been discussing in the, like, as far as not really much of a technique so much as just trying to tighten some things up, you know, bring it together a little cleaner.
Yeah, for those of you that have been watching my channel
exciting.
for a long time, I've been implementing some new editing techniques and a few new things I've been doing in my videos, and I'd love to get y'all's opinion and feedback on whether you could even tell, number one. Number two, do you like it? You know, is it making it flow more together? Jane Doe says, good night, Team Skeptic. So happy you had another live stream. I missed this. I missed it too, Jane Doe. Like, I really did. I needed to get back on track for doing content. That's just that. That's just how it is.
Get yourself back on screen too.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. I needed to get myself back on pace of doing regular content and not letting live streams really dictate how I live my life. And that's what it felt like it was doing. I want a live stream. Yeah, I want a live stream just because I can interact with you guys. Juka Helkeman says, well, this was boring. No shit. It was a super chat reading. What'd you expect? But that's okay.
I'm having a great time myself. Everybody's got their own opinion of what's fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had a great time, too. So, everybody, y'all have a great night, and let's get ready to hurt ourselves again. What up, John Rapp?
There you go. Don't tip all the way back. Come on.
All right, see. Shut up, Karen. All right, guys. Look, hey, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and being here to watch and give me encouragement. Like I said, you guys fucking motivate me to be a better content creator and a better YouTuber and better debater, better interlocutor for sure. And that's one of the things I need to impress. I'm sorry, not impress, but I need to be better at. Improve is what I meant to say. One of the things that I need to improve in my online presence and debate persona is the ability to convey messages and be more calm. And it's good to hear you guys say that you recognize that, because it helps me be a better person. I can go back and look at it and really evaluate what y'all's criticisms were and what you feel that wins for me, and go back and try to implement those things in future debates. So thank you for your feedback, everybody. Thanks for all the comments on the videos. I mean, I'm getting like 1,000 comments a day right now on every new video, and it's beautiful. So thank you very much for that. Y'all have a great night. I'm Team Skeptic. Oh, I did it wrong. I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.
Bye-bye.